My question, though, is this language regarding trade secrets, and am I correct that there are legitimate trade secrets in the industry related to fracking?
There are definitely trade secrets that need to be protected within the chemical industry, absolutely.
The trade secret is we don't want to publicize this because if you knew what we were pumping into the ground, you would say, don't do it.
But nothing like this gives carte blanche authority on these this types of information.
The only reason the industry uses trade secrets is primarily to get lawsuits thrown out on summary judgment. Somebody needs to respond to that.
I don't think we're here to debate the lawsuits surrounding this issue.
If you have to pass a law, the Halliburton loophole, which exempts an industry from oversight from the Clean Air and Water Act, then something should be telling you that this is bad stuff.
I mean, it is important that people have health information, God forbid something happened, but it looks like that's actually being tracked.
That site first started as a voluntary site that the industry set up because there were concerns about the information.
As a physician, we can't practice without knowing what is being exposed to when we see our patients, and we need to have this information. And this bill would also create a liability fund so that companies that engage in fracking would be liable for any health and treatment costs that could result for folks in our community.
At the commissioners meeting, somebody asked about what kind of fees were we going to charge for businesses to put up these wells. And well, they didn't have a number worked out yet, they didn't have a fee schedule, but they would make sure that they would charge enough so that within a year and a half, they would have enough money to handle the first catastrophe.
There are a lot of us in the legislature who are brand new, who are freshly elected. We have 62 new members out of 141 in the House of Delegates alone. So we're talking about, I think, over 40% of the members in the House are brand new. And so it's a steep learning curve for a lot of us on many different issues. This is an issue that I was somewhat familiar with as a public health physician, as a preventive medicine doctor, because a lot of what we focus on as well is environmental health.
Our environment, our geography, is different than most of the rest of the country. In the Appalachian corridor, there are hollows, there are peaks, there are valleys, and the comparison of the way that an incident might evolve is very different than Texas or North Dakota. And that's where the expertise is. Those experts are there, but it'll take them 12, 15, 24, 48, 72 hours to arrive on scene. The question then becomes, if an incident goes past the expertise or the capabilities of our local responders, then how do we backstop to provide support to those responders? Because life does go on. There are still going to be traffic accidents, still going to be heart attacks, still going to be things that the responders need to take care of without stripping the whole system down.
If you're not concerned, I don't think you're doing your job. You can't bury your head in the sand and say nothing's ever going to happen. And it could happen from fracking, it could happen from coal, it could happen from just your regular petroleum truck driving down the road, or whatever chemicals travel that freeway every day. So yeah, it would be naive to say there's no concern there.